right, what's up, everybody? Pep Man Matt Mara. Welcome to another edition of Friday Night Live. Um, we are just trying to get it all together here because we had a long game, long game down at RGKL tonight with Vance and RGKL. Man, I got to get my stuff going here. Let me share the link out to anybody that wants to join the show. We'll get that out there real quick. I'll post it in the comments like we always do. And let's get that up. Link to join. I got my McDonald's. I'm going to do a Friday night slime before I get off the air. Y'all make sure y'all remind me because I tell you, I just got to do that. All right. So there's the link to join. I'm going to, if you guys are watching, I'm going to send a real quick message to my team here to let them know that we're on and they can just click that link that's posted to join the show. I see you. Patrick, you're on it, man. We just might talk about that a little bit. We just might talk about it. Yeah, obviously, that's going to be a big topic tonight. Let me put this up. Okay. All right, so y'all, let's see what you got to say. Hey, Scott. Hey, it's okay, man. It's all right. I got there later than I wanted to, but I'll reach out to you. Yeah. D Charlotte J, y'all got to talk to me about that, man, because Twitter, we're getting updates, and I think I saw, what was it, 34-7 that Hickory Ridge was up on you guys, and then I started seeing the scores, get closer and closer and closer, and I know Justin was there, so I don't know if he's gonna come on or not, but yeah, man, y'all got to tell me about that, man. So one of y'all click that link and get on here. Where's yeah, Jeff? Well, Jeff's here. Yeah, y'all. I know you'll click and get on when you're ready, but we'll get back to that in a second. Hey, Terrence. So funny story, real quick. I got in my car, and started getting on Twitter and looking at the scores, and I saw Butler won 42-7, and my instinct was just to say, "Damn." So I tweeted it out, and I was like, "Well, I let me not say that." So, but that was my instinct, man, because we saw some stuff about Glenn and everything, but to your point, I think it was you that said them going small 4A was a big surprise, and it's a whole different world, and they showed some big time 704 muscle for sure. Jeff, here's that link again, man, right there. Oh, now okay, my guys are coming on, so let me get them on here. We got the engine joining us.
What's up, Pat?
What's up, man? And then we got the producer, who I just saw not too long ago.
Yo.
Man, I'm settling for McDonald's and I'm not happy. I got a Friday night slime. Y'all make sure that I don't forget about that.
You said that. You said that last week.
On top of your slime on Wednesday night.
On top of it, but it's not. It's not about McDonald's though. It's not about. But anyway, I digress. All right. Let's see. We got some more comments here. Hey, Brian. Good to see you, man. Well, the good thing is there's somebody watching that show that is pretty close to the AK quarterback that can tell you anything you want to know about him. But he's a junior. He is a junior. Let's see. Patrick, did the Charlotte Catholic score surprise you? Little bit.
They've had a lot close. They had a couple close games this year, though.
Yeah, that's kind of been the trend with them. If y'all didn't see it, Catholic beat Crest 28-21. And the thing about it, that surprised me was Chris scoring 21. After talking to our buddy Joe, with the Chris quarterback being out and being hurt, they're pretty much T.J. Ruff show, who's in the Queen City Senior Bowl, but with that kind of dimension, kind of one dimension against Catholic, who's usually a pretty strong defensive team, them putting up 21 points, that was a little bit surprising. The 28 doesn't surprise me, but the 21 did, for sure. All right, our buddy Westopedia, what's up, man?
Hey, you doing all right, man?
Oh yeah. All right, we got comments flying in now. Providence football.
The bus.
Yeah. I was there.
Let it be known, there was one person who picked Providence on Wednesday night.
I did. I picked Providence.
Yeah,
Did you pick Providence too? Okay, two people there.
it was pretty split, if I remember. I know I picked Hickory Ridge, and early on when those guys were getting those updates, I turned to Brandon on the sideline. I said, "Hey, I told you." But then he turned around later on and said, "I told you."
Right.
Yeah, Illustrious picked Providence.
Yeah. Just
What?
We don't count him.
Yeah, he's openly biased.
Dang it. Well, maybe I just heard everybody wrong. Sorry, Joe Hughes.
Yes, Joe. Yes, you did.
The bus just needed the AAA to come out, man. The bus is back on the road.
Oh, look who's joining Friday Night Live. Oh, Lord. With the hood on. What is up, man? I like that look for you. It doesn't really fit your Cowboy Joe name, but I like
No,
the
it
look,
doesn't
man.
at all.
They're trying to freeze me out in my house.
Why?
Oh,
I think Obi-Wan Kenobi's missing his costume.
Oh man, that's too funny. That's too funny. All right. Let's see here. Well, okay. Now we got some stats here. Jamar Price, 24 carries, 195 yards, and 3
Good one.
touchdowns.
This offensive line, man. Holy cow. I mean, obviously, Jamar Price. What an incredible player he is.
Okay. Before we get to you, Jeff, hold on one second before we get.
Offensive line, man. Holy cow.
All right, we got some technical issues
That
going on.
was a little weird.
Yeah. All right.
My printer in this room just started printing stuff.
Hey, you know what that is, Ken? That's those Kannapolis ghosts coming after you.
Hats off to Kannapolis. Let me just go ahead and say that. Great season from those guys. Great season.
You jinxed him, man. You absolutely jinxed him. You picked against him the last 2 weeks. Then you finally
Once
pick him
again-
and it lose.
I have picked them 5 times this year. 5 times. It's the only school that I have a losing record with, and I'm batting way over 90% on my other picks.
Well, we'll have some more stuff to say about that later on. But first off, Vance Argikel. Let's get to that because that was the game me and Brandon were at. And then Joe, we'll talk about the game you attended. Ken, you said you didn't go anywhere, right?
No, I was
Okay.
10-year-old birthday partying it up.
Well, good deal, man. So first off, Argikel coaching staff, hats off to you. What a hell of a scheme on both sides of the ball that you guys came up with, man. I mean, super impressive. Offensively was the big one. They had a great scheme of getting the ball out quick. They kept the field spread with their, talented receivers. Of course they don't have Brooks, the running back. But number 34, I want to shout him out, coming in and doing a good job. And then, of course, Jack Curtis, like, some of the other guys are saying. I mean, that kid is really unflappable in the pocket. Vance, their D line was coming off, pretty good, and there were times where they were getting pressure and they were kind of getting to him, but he stood in there and made some really really big throws for first downs, and kept the chains moving. And then when they took the shots, they were hitting. They were hitting on the shots. The fade pass. And I'm gonna tell you what was most impressive. That first drive, Vance came out there and they hit him in the mouth. And they took the lead 7-0. And I remember we were talking about it on the show. We said the key to this game is if Argykill can withstand that Vance wave, and they did. They came right back down the field and scored and tied it up in 7-7. I said, okay, we got a game here. That drive when they came out and got the ball out fast with the screens and the little slants and the little passes out the backfield, and they took the shot with the fade to Josh Johnson and hit it for the touchdown. It was really good stuff, man. Second half, when they came out and scored in 2 plays, and made it 28-16, that's when the game was you were starting to think, wow, is this really going to happen for Vance? And, me and Brandon, said it on the sideline. We said, Vance has got to score when they get this ball back. Because if they don't, RGK is going to have a ton of momentum, and it may be too much to overcome. Vance. Oh.
All right.
It's not mine, man. It's not
Vance, to their credit, on that next drive, they went on the ground. Dalen Hollywood Smothers, pretty much carried them down there. They cut it to 28-23. Defense came out and got another stop. Well, they got a stop, I'm sorry. The punt to Vance, punt return by Jeremiah Smith, number 11, was huge. He returned that ball all the way back, in the RGK territory into the red zone. They scored off that short drive, took the lead on 2-point conversion, 31-28. Defense came out, got another stop after that. And then Vance, was able to seize the momentum right in that third quarter, in that exchange right there. So, and I mean, it was a great playoff game. It was great, man. Fans were into it on both sides. We had our first student section that I remember this year. I mean, RGK students came and they were loud and into the game. It felt like, a Friday night should feel like, So shout out to both staffs, man. There's a lot to take out of that game. And I know RGK, it's a tough loss, but I mean, great job. I mean, it's a heck of a season. Only losing one game, in the regular season, and seeing how well you competed against, one of the state's top teams. That just shows once again how well Greg Jocham is doing with that program overall, man. And I'm gonna post some of those comments here in a second. But Brandon, you got anything to add to that?
I think you hit most of the key points. You definitely got to give it to RTL staff for putting together a good plan. They knew about how good Vance's pass rush is, so they did a good job of designing quick hitting plays, things to kind of play against Vance's strength, and they got a lot to be a lot to look forward to going into the fall. To have the quarterback back, they got quite a bit of starters come back from what I know, so a lot to look forward to. Heck of a season. Good game plan by them. So,
absolutely. Here's a couple of comments here. Scott Curtis, 320 yards, 3 TDs, and 1 rushing touchdown, 3 quarters for Jack Curtis. Oh, so that's what happened. Possible concussion. I hope he's all right, man. I mean, he played a heck of a game. Man. I know you're proud of him. Let's see. Terrence, AK surprised me how physical they were. Played toe to toe with Vance for most of the game. Yeah. I mean, I think on defense for for AK, number 24, I think one of their safeties, he really surprised me with him coming up and playing well and breaking up those passes over the middle that Vance usually hits for big plays. That was really impressive. They showed some good physicality on that for sure. Scott, this is a good point. 4th and 10, roughing passer call was the turning point in the game. That happened, I believe, on that drive that Vance took the lead on. I think it was an incomplete pass. They got that penalty, gave him a first down, and then they went on and got that touchdown to take the lead on that drive. So that's a good call right there. That was mid-third quarter. But yeah, we're gonna really break that down, and I think I'm gonna do a highlight with some commentary. I hadn't done one all year, but I think this is worth that. Okay, I got you, Scott. I see your comment. I got you. Joe, what game did you go to tonight, man?
I was out at J.M. Robinson and Kings Mountain tonight.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the other McClamrock Bowl. So, yeah, and Kings Mountain took care of business, 49-6. And it was probably I've seen them quite a bit this year. It was probably their most complete game of the year, and it came after a week after what I thought was probably their most complete game of the year last week against Crest, and they did what they do. And it probably would have been a shutout if not for a sensational play by one of the kids from J.M. Robinson. Let me get his name correct. Joshua Grant Jr. He had a 73-yard catch that I was on the sideline for it. It was perfect defense. Guy was all draped all over him. He strong hands caught the ball, and then somehow, I have no idea, found a way to keep everything intact. He kept his shoes on and still found a way to skirt the sideline for 73-yard touchdown. If not for that, it would have been a shutout, and the 150 plus yards that they had would probably be significantly less.
Wow.
They're just impressive. I don't know what else to say about those guys.
You know, coaches always say you want to be playing your best football in April. So it sounds like Kings Mountain is doing that now.
They definitely are. They definitely
are. Who they got next, Joe?
They play Monroe. Which should be a good one.
Yeah.
Monroe beat Statesville.
Yeah.
Called it.
I did too.
Yeah, they thumped. They thumped them. They thumped them. It should be a good one over there next week.
Yes, sir.
You know, I think the Monroe football coach, I think he's won a state championship in track, football, and basketball, if I remember correctly.
And his wife coaches cheerleading.
And, you know, he's a Monroe grad, too, on top of it all.
Wow.
Man, that's awesome.
You know, I saw, one of those random, somebody retweets it and you see it. Their offensive line coach, I coached against in 2012. He played center and defensive tackle for him, and he was an incredible player. So it's good to see him back at Monroe, giving back to his alma mater. Sledge, I believe is his name, Mason Sledge, just incredible player. Went on to play at UNC Charlotte, and I think maybe Campbell as well. That's a lot of athletes there at Monroe.
Yeah, big time. Last time I saw Monroe play, I think it was at the state championship against High Point Andrews, and I think it was one of those games. It was like 16-15 or 16-13 or something like that. And those teams are just so well coached, fundamentally sound, and they have athletes. It's just a great program.
Excuse me, for sure, man. All right, so Kyle.
He's going too fast. Zoom, slow down, man.
Yeah,
that's where Zoom comes from.
There's a lot. There's a lot I want to talk about over there. All right, so let's do it this way. All right, let's get Jeff on, and I'll put you guys back for just a minute. And I want to talk to Jeff and get his thoughts here. What's up, man?
Hey, man, how are you?
Good. How you doing?
Is it okay that I have a beer? Because I really need one after this game.
Hey, Charlotte Football Insiders, you can do what you want, well, within reason. But yeah,
let me tell you what. I didn't come on last week after we got, beat by AK. But I want to give credit to AK because that is a football team. That kid is a quarterback, Jack Curtis. he had some Patrick Mahomes moments last week against Providence where you would think, hey, it's done. And just, they got a football team. And so credit to them and what they did tonight. We were, trying to keep up on Twitter to see how they were doing, and to take Vance the way they did, so be it.
Oh, yeah.
As for Providence, doing what happened last week against AK, and then you're 28-7 with 6 minutes to go or 5 minutes to go in the first quarter, you could have packed up the bus and gone home.
Yeah.
But they didn't. The senior leadership that came out with Holland Stallings and Mason Adkins and Darren Rice and those seniors who just said, no, let's keep this thing going. And the cool part was Providence never got out of their game plan. They know where their strength is in that offensive line and running Jamar Price. And they never got away from it. And so they just chipped away. And really, my wife told me, and God bless her, she's a football gal. She said, this is going to be a game where we just wear them down. And sure enough, that second half, half, it's we're down 14. We come out, we go on like a 12-play drive. We score. Now we're down 7. We stop them. And next thing you know, it's a tie ball game, and it's like, okay, game on. But, there were so many, we talk about family, Jamar Price, Nathan Hyjuk, Anthony Tando tonight with some crazy catches. I think he had to have 150-plus yards catching the ball.
Nice.
So, kudos to the coaching staff for never, they never panicked. They never got away from their game plan. They came and said, this is what we're going to do. And like I said, after being down 28-7 and getting, crushed, there's the only way I can put it last week against AK, to do what they did. And I've been around this program for 9 years, doing devotions for them and stuff like that. And my oldest played and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to find a better win or a more resilient kind of win. And it's tough.
Man, hey, that's awesome, man. I mean, and to your point, 28-7 first quarter, yeah, you easily could have just said, well, it's been a great run, guys.
Right.
And, we're not a comeback team, and, packed it in. But that speaks a lot to the character, of those players and of that staff. And, and to do it against a team like Hickory Ridge, who's a good football team, makes it even more impressive.
That offense reminded me a little bit of AK, to be honest with you. Mm-hmm. They spread it out. They throw the ball. They get you in some weird packages. And then that defensive line of theirs is pretty stout. They got 2 defensive tackles, so I think 280, 290. And it was just one of those games that you don't want to say will propel you, but it could seriously kind of go, okay, now Hickory Ridge is a good football team. And a lot of people said, you guys even mentioned it the other night, this was going to be one of the better games. And to get into the shootout and do what they did, hey, and now we get Butler. So come on, Butler Friday night. That's, there's some history there. A lot of kids went to middle school together. I don't think the kids are talking yet, but I'm sure they will at some point. But overall, just proud of what they did. Proud of Coach Ward, and when he picked, people can laugh at on the bus and stuff like that and everything, but
yeah, your
mentality, man. You get on the bus, you bring your lunch pail, and you do your job. And like I said, it was a awesome game to watch. And Coach Billups on the sidelines, I'm sure he brought a little luck to us. And he'll say that. I'm sure he'll say that. Kudos to what you guys do. You guys keep rocking it out. Love watching you guys. I turn off the TV. I don't even watch the Friday night highlights. I'd much rather come here and hang out with you guys and listen to what you guys do.
Thank you, Jeff, man. Appreciate it. And I'm sure we'll be there. Somebody or some people, we know Bill's probably be there because yeah. And I guess he has to be there now since you guys won. So.
And he has no other place to coach on Friday night. Oh, I'm just sorry, Coach.
I'll pass it on to him.
Yeah, exactly.
Thanks, Jeff.
You got it, man.
All right. I'll bring you guys back. Let's see. There we go. All right. Let's get to all these comments. Oh, here comes Mr. Tap In. He's coming on.
Tap in.
All right. Well, your camera ain't. Oh, there he is. All right. What's up, man?
What's going on, guys? What's
Yo,
up, good? Kenneth, I'm
What's
sorry.
up?
What's up, Joe?
Ready to tap in?
What's up, Brandon? My bad.
All right, who's got the delay going on? What's going on
That's
with
me.
that?
That's me. I'm sorry. I was on the phone listening to you guys. I just tuned in. You know, I was waiting for you backstage, so I'm here now.
All right. What's your observations of that game we were just talking about?
Man, that was a game. Like Jeff said, man, it was a back and forth game. It's well, let's start from the first quarter. I got there a little late, but when I got there it was 14-0, and Hickory Ridge had jumped out on them. And yeah, Providence was just flat. It was real flat. They were blowing coverages, and the little spark that they had at the end of the first half is what saved them. They had a couple good plays at the end, offensive. They kind of drove the ball a little bit, and they gave them momentum going into the second half. Which I mean, you see the score. They end up tying the game late in the fourth quarter, but yeah, they gave them that momentum. Like I said, Anthony Tando, he was a great receiver all night. He made unbelievable catches in traffic. The running back Jamar Price? He was great. He was explosive. He had 3 touchdowns. Man, it was a good performance by Providence. Man, they didn't give up. People thought it was over after the first half, and even I'm pretty sure some of the coaches did too. They thought, okay, we're about to pack it up. It was a good season, but like I said, they stuck with the game plan and they finished the game. Man, that's what it was all about. So, like I said, the momentum swings. It's real, guys. The momentum is real when you at the end of the game when you got those explosive plays. You know, it really helps out. It helped Providence out. And then yeah, man, just Hickory Ridge, man, like a whole different team second half, man. Like I said, they was coming in. The receivers were getting behind the defense, and second half, it's just like, I don't know, man. It's like the quarterback couldn't get the ball out to him. So, like I said, shout out to the Providence defense as well. Like I said, it was running to the ball all night. The secondary was making plays second half. There was a bad penalty call on number 20, the corner, but he stayed with it. He kept his head in the game, and he actually made a big defensive stop the second half, which kind of turned the defense up. So, and shout out to Providence. It's going to be a good matchup against Butler. It's not going to be. I don't think it's going to be one-sided. A lot of people are saying it's going to be one-sided, but I think if Providence comes with the mindset that they did this game, with the momentum that they had going to that game, it's going to be a good matchup.
Excuse me. All right, good deal, man. Great breakdown. So we got the Butler quarterback asking us, have we talked about the Butler game? Well, Parrish, if you want to share some details, please do, because we couldn't make it up to Glenn, but we saw the score, and that's a hell of an impressive score, for you guys to go up there and dominate a good Glenn football team, man, 42-7. So if you want to share something with us, you can throw it up on the screen, and we'll be glad to talk about it. But I mean, just from afar, obviously you guys hit some big plays, and I'm gonna meet somebody because that thing is driving me crazy.
I think that's me.
Well, let's find out.
So did everybody watch the Crest Catholic scores?
Yeah, when they were coming through, yeah, we got a couple updates on it.
I got to watch the second half. I was able to stream it, and I think at one time Crest had a 21-7 lead. At halftime, it was 21-14. And I'm gonna tell you right now, both those teams are the most fundamentally sound teams I think I've seen this whole year. There was only one penalty the whole second half. I don't think there was one. I don't think there was one pass was completed in the second half by either teams. I can't remember anything. There might have been one or two, but it was just let's see who can outrun each other, and it was kind of a chess match, to be honest with you, between Brodowitz and Edens. Every year, Edens, I like him a lot. Nick, he's a good fella. When he was head coach over at West Montgomery, every year he's like, "Oh, we're not going to be that good. We're going to be third or fourth in the Yadkin Valley." And the next thing you know, I see him over the UNC at Keenan Stadium. He's 15-0 and going in for the state championship. He has a lot of sand in his bags, but that game though, every time they one team started running down the ball, they get to about the 25-yard line or 20-yard line, and there was like an invisible force field that stopped the other team from scoring. And I thought Crest was going to have that game won. They got down to the 5-yard line, and they were kicking the field goal. It got blocked, and the ball ricocheted all the way down to the 45-yard line, Catholic ball. Catholic starts marching down. They fumble. Crest gets the ball. They can't do anything. They punt. Finally, Catholic had about 3 or 4 really good runs and got it to the 5-yard line with 5.5 seconds left. Catholic hits pay dirt and wins that game. That was an incredible game.
Wow.
One of the best ones I've ever seen. And the only penalty flag came in with 5 seconds left when there was an unsportsmanlike penalty on Crest. Just some chippiness was going on. But, again, that was just a great game. The guys over in charge of land should be very proud of their team.
Joe, you got anything to add to that?
The game pretty much went exactly how you would expect it to. Crest is mammoth in the trenches. Catholic is pretty much the same, and it's fundamentally sound as you just said. It's I probably would have expected a 10 to 14 point game, to be honest, but for it to end up like it did, kudos to both sides for playing out the string, because that game was fun to watch, or not fun to watch, but fun to keep up with.
Good deal.
One more thing. It was weird because you have Kings Mountain. I was at the Kings Mountain game, and they hear Catholics losing. Yay! I'm on the sideline like, what the hell? Y'all are rooting for Crest? It doesn't make it make sense.
It's like I said on Twitter. It's 7-04 against everybody, so it's the same thing with Cleveland County. You know, when Cleveland County gets outside, man, hey, you gotta pull for your county mates, man.
But it's weird. Weird bedfellows.
All right, man. Good stuff.
The thing I'll say about it, though, both teams tackled so well tonight. They blocked so well tonight. A lot of that's with all the credit should go to the players, but a lot of that credit should go to the coaching staff too. A lot of those guys that don't get paid anything, and they've made these guys into men. Just both coaching staff should be celebrated for that game.
It's good stuff, man. Good stuff. All right, I got to see Justin got back on. All right.
Yeah, I had to switch to the phone.
Oh, that sounds good. That sounds good right there. All right, Duff from Myers Park. Luke's letting off 7 touchdown passes. Ty Drake made school record. Oh, wow.
7 tutties.
Good Lord. Jacob Newman, 2 carries for 6. Good gracious. 2 carries? That's it? Wow. I don't know who's Frosty. Let me know who Frosty is. Major hit of the night. Okay, well, you know, that's our boy Duff. You know, he had to get it all out, man. That's impressive from Myers Park. You know, because one of the things I was on that podcast with Charlotte Post the other day, and
throw that out there, Pat. That's what I'm talking about.
I'm just saying that's point of reference, but anyway, I was telling them how Myers Park has been more of a defensive team this year, but then they go out and put 63 up, so it makes me look bad. But that's impressive.
They had practice.
Long trip back to Summerfield.
I'll tell you what, I saw Myers Park play Butler, and that Myers Park quarterback has an arm on him. He's underrated.
I agree. I think once he hits the camp circuit this summer, he'll start getting some more attention. But let's bring on Zoom because he's been waiting patiently. So when we bring on Zoom, I like to give him the whole floor.
There's no way that he knows all 49 scores by heart that he just posted.
Yeah, he's getting them from somewhere, but that's okay because he's helping us out. So
Zoomopedia.
I'm gonna believe him. I'm gonna believe Zoom. I believe in Zoom.
In Zoom we trust.
Yes.
Now that one I like. I like that one. All right. In Zoom we trust. Here you go.
All righty.
Let's go.
I was at the Mount Pleasant versus Westlake game. First time going to Mount Pleasant, so I will say we got our money's worth. The first half was low score affair. West Lincoln started out their first drive. They got around the 10-yard line, bad snap, and they fumbled the ball away. Second drive, again, just couldn't finish inside the red zone area. They settled for a field goal. Mount Pleasant, same issue, fumbled the ball once or twice, but they did get a long touchdown pass to go up 6-3 at the halftime strike. I was expecting a little bit more of a pass game from Mount Pleasant in the second half, but that really never came, and I was a little belittled by that. Because the way West Lincoln was playing, they were so far off from the wide receiver. I think they were about 10 yards off. To me, if I'm a coach, slant, 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 till they stop you. Because I don't believe West Lincoln's defense would have been able to stop the passing game of Mount Pleasant. But I digress. So, coming out of the half, West Lincoln drives down the field, but again, cannot get in the end zone. They settle for a field goal, so it'll be tied at 6. And then, it goes back and forth. It was a great ball game. So, the things that I remember, though, the referee started getting a little bit more involved in the fourth quarter. Here are the major points. At the 4:55 mark of the fourth quarter, it was a fourth and about, I'll say, a long 3 for West Lincoln around the 40-ish yard line on the Mount Pleasant side. And so the running back takes the snap, and there's just a big pile of bodies in his way. He did not make it anywhere. The referees gave him a first down. Well, I don't think he ever made it, but they gave him a very favorable spot. That drive continues. So I believe about a play or two later, here comes another flag. Now, they called targeting on the play. It was not targeting. Now, I know a lot of people were upset about the call, but from my referee side of point of view, it should have been a flag for unsportsmanlike or personal foul, unnecessary roughness, because the guy on the Mount Pleasant side, he waited to lower his shoulder or forearm into the guy, and the ball was way overthrown as is, so he should have let it go. But so West Lincoln drove down the field and scored. So, Mount Pleasant's down, and then Mount Pleasant they got going, they passed the ball. Finally, they passed the ball. They score with about 21.6 seconds remaining, and that will end up your final score as Mount Pleasant would ice it with an interception. Just a key notes here. West Lincoln, I believe their best play was a pitch to the near side. Every time they needed a mid play, it was a nice option flip pass to the running back up the sideline. Beautiful play, excellently executed. West Lincoln's O-line is pretty good. But the thing that to me hurt them and limited in this game is their quarterback cannot pass. Not trying to hate on the guy or anything, just the arm strength wasn't there. There was some passes that were underthrown, and so that hurt them. For Mount Pleasant, I thought they played into the hands of West Lincoln. I thought we were going to see more of a passing game, and we didn't really going to see that. But Mount Pleasant made enough plays to win the game. It was a great contest, fun atmosphere. Like I said, you got your money's worth. And by the way, Ken, I know you said you sent them a play in, but I don't buy that, so I don't know about that. But on that game, a great game, so I have.
Well, I'm we gotta trust the engine when he says he did something, man. I believe him. You know, he was a pretty smart offensive guy at one point. So you know, I think he's still got a little bit left in that old noggin.
Yep.
So, but Zoom, man, I appreciate that breakdown, man. And you know, you decided where you going next week?
I doubt I'll be able to get in there, but I really want to go see that part 2 of Vance versus Us. So if I don't go there, I'll figure out where I'm going.
Hey, man, just buy a ticket. That'll get you in there.
I ain't.
All right, man. Appreciate it. Good job, man.
Did it.
All right, we'll see. All right, we'll bring the crew back on that. All right, man. I'm gonna pull up. Well, let's see. Let's go through these scores that Zoom posted earlier, and you guys got some quick thoughts. Let's see here. Oh,
I've never heard of half the teams he posted. He was making stuff up.
We gotta talk about our boy, Coach Trotter, Pine Lake, getting the done over Mount Airy, 33-27.
Wow.
I called it, man.
Yeah, man. Pine Lake moving on, baby.
That's awesome.
So, Coach Trotter, we asked for a little creative hashtag like, Providence has on the bus. So, Coach Trotter told me, he sent it to me. I got to find it. Hold on. Because he told me I can only use it if they win on Friday. So, give me a second to pull it up. Because this is their new official Pine Lake hashtag. Hold on.
Climb the tree.
No, wasn't that.
Swim in the lake.
All the sap.
Oh, I got all these messages in here. Good gracious.
Most popular man on television.
Prepping for success.
The whole world is watching you go through text messages right now.
Hey, man.
This dude Pep got a Rolodex.
This is compelling.
It would take me like 30 seconds to go through all my text messages from this month.
You still
Good night.
You still using a BlackBerry, man?
Here we go. He said, y'all can hashtag jump in the boat. Jump in the boat with Pine Lake. There it is. So
Jump in the boat.
Jump in the boat.
I gotta have something better than that, Coach Troy.
Yeah.
Well, hey, we'll work on it. All right, let's see. AC Reynolds 14-7. I thought that was interesting.
Wow.
I thought it'd be a higher scoring game, to be honest with you. A lot higher.
Yeah, for sure. Let's see. North Rand 66. Community School Davidson 26. Man,
Quinn Martin scoring some points tonight. That's what I'm talking about, Coach Martin.
Big stuff, man. Good job, North Rand. Shelby 42. Walkertown 6. Well, no wonder we didn't know much about Walkertown. I guess for good reason.
No reason to learn now.
Man.
They used to be a 1A program. They've only been around for about 7-8 years.
Hey, 59 total yards. 59 yards.
Good Lord.
This is setting up. Wow. In 2017, Mount Pleasant might have had the best football team they've had in school history, and they lost to Shelby in the semifinals.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say it was a 1-point game at Mount Pleasant. If Mount Pleasant beats Mountain Heritage this week and Shelby wins, Shelby will make the trip back to Mount Pleasant High School in the semifinals for a chance to go back to the state championship. That would be, at the 2A level, that would be an incredible matchup.
Absolutely.
Kenneth, about Mount Pleasant, back in the early 60s, believe it or not, they were actually a 1A program. They played what was called the Border Belt Conference. They played teams like Norwood, Baden, where I'm from, and a couple others. They were a powerhouse. They joined the Yadkin Valley, and they were a powerhouse along with South Stanley for the first 3 or 4 years. And 2017 was a special team for Mount Pleasant because they were probably you just like you said, probably about the best team they've ever had.
An incredible defensive team, and that's what's so unique about this Mount Pleasant team. And although they struggled to put up some points tonight, their offense is so much better this year.
Right.
Good stuff, man. Weddington, no surprise, 42-0 over Asheville. They just keep on rolling, man. They're a machine in Union County.
Seen it in person.
Huff 43, Green Hope 15.
No surprise.
Nah,
I didn't even look for that score. We all knew what was going to happen.
dang. I'm sorry, Green Hope, if you're watching. I'm sorry, but
At least they didn't have no hope.
I don't think we got a strong following on Green Hope. So
No, we don't.
all right, man. Say what you want.
Green Mile.
Lord.
They're near the airport. Just to let you know.
Oh, okay. Well, this one, I was pulling so hard. Man. Oh, dang on, man. A Standard Olympic, great season, man. Great season, man. Going all the way up there, almost pulling that out against an undefeated Panther Creek team. Obviously they did a good job holding them down 21. They had been scoring a lot more, all season long. And, the one thing I'd love to know about that game is, the running game for Olympic, how did they perform? Because we felt like they could run the ball and those guys control the clock, but, just couldn't pull it out. So, hey, great job, guys. Hell of a season.
Olympic might lead the Football Focus Weekly Coaches Spotlight charge as well. We've had about their whole staff on the show.
Maybe. Anyway. Hey, Joe, I think you called that one, man. Burns 13-12 over High Brighton.
Both those teams can play defense.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing. I was probably more surprised that Burns held them to 12 points because in the previous times where they played teams with similar offenses to High Brighton has against the South Point against an RS, that was 27 to 39 points. To hold them to 12 and to go on the road and play in that atmosphere at High Brighton, which is unreal. That's a strong win. That's a strong win.
Pep, watching the highlights of the defensive end that made the Queen City Bowl, there's no surprise to me why High Brighton only put 12 points on the board. That kid's a stud.
Oh, Dorian Starnes, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, Alfonso Goodson also. He plays on. He's the other.
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
And he's undersized and he plays like a bull. In that Shelby game, I think he had 12 tackles solo.
Wow.
So he's a stud. He's a stud.
Yeah, man. I'm excited to see some of these kids up close, man. I mean, seeing the film is one thing, but seeing their talent, in person is totally another. Let's see. Any other scores here? All right, I think that's pretty much the scores here. We've got a couple more comments that have come in. Okay, we learned who Frosty is. Tavon Frost. So, hey, Tavon, congratulations on that first touchdown. Hopefully we can see some film of it. If I do see it, I'll retweet it out there. That's awesome, man. That's awesome. And Duff with the little emojis, man, you're pretty good with that stuff, man. That's impressive. That's impressive stuff, man.
I don't know how to do that stuff. I'm 50 years old, man. Yeah, the difference between 40 and 50 is having to use these readers all the time.
I was going to say ASICs.
Yeah, A6, man.
Wow.
Yeah, you can go over to Kannapolis with your white New Balances and know they're
I had to get you on Westopedia.
yeah.
We were looking for the Caucasian. Well,
The Caucasian handbook. Yeah.
I almost forgot we were live. I was about to say something.
I think Kenneth's got all of them in the scroll.
Oh gosh! Oh boy! Oh,
Goody
boy.
Joe.
A couple more comments. Mike Middleton, what's up, man? Mount Pleasant going to Mountain Heritage. That is one of the coolest stadiums. I've never been there.
Me either. They're gonna have to leave at noontime. 11 a.m. It's a long trip.
Where
Just hope
is
they
it?
don't get us. That's over in Burnsville.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Wednesday night.
it's only 15 minutes to Charlotte by phone.
This is why we cannot be on this late anymore. I gotta start putting a rating on this show.
I should watch out about what I say about Mountain Heritage.
I may or may not have had a couple of visits to Pottsville, PA tonight, so I get it.
All right. Let's see. Oh, brackets. That's what I want to do. Let's look at the brackets,
how
guys.
did Mitchell do with Christ the King?
Mitchell won big, right?
Yeah, that was the one-legged man came back on him.
Dang, Jim. Terrible. All right, anyway.
Mitchell is the only team that has beaten Mountain Heritage.
Yep.
Yeah, Mitchell's a 1A program on top
They're
of it all.
a good 1A program.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. Can y'all see that?
Nope.
We see this on the screen.
Yeah, I'm old, so I can't see anything up close
All right.
anymore.
Hold on.
I write small.
There
I
it
can't
is.
see that.
Okay. So obviously we got Huff and Vance next week in another big rematch in the
We need to get
tradition-
that at Jerry Richardson Stadium. Can we make that happen, Charlotte?
Hey, that would be great.
So that
Well-
we can actually have some fans there?
Well, it would be great for Vance because it's in their backyard. I don't think Huff would go for it.
That's true,
I
too.
think-
We got Davidson then.
I think Vance and Huff in the stadium funded by Pet Man idea sounds good, man. The Pet Man Classic, man. I like it. I'm there.
Sponsored by Bojangles.
Yep.
No. Hey, sponsored by Church's Chicken. Now you remember they are our official Twitter chicken sponsor. All right.
Chicken spot.
I still have that $15 I hadn't used yet.
Well,
so.
look, man, I ain't got a complimentary biscuit or nothing yet. Can I
Producer,
hey,
I'm sending my code.
I'm
Those
saving.
biscuits are worth it.
I'm saving that for the CFI banquet coming up in June. All right, and then we got Myers Park and Panther Creek. That's gonna be an interesting matchup right there.
Yeah.
Panther Creek coming down here bringing that spread offense to Myers Park, so that's gonna be a fun game to watch right there for sure. Let's see. Can we? Oh, I gotta do it separately. Okay, let's look at the 4A. Okay, and I'm not really talking about the East. Jim, if you want to talk about the East, let me know. But I'm not purposely talking about the East. Okay, we'll save that for Wednesday. Hillside, they went to that long trip to South Caldwell and won, so they get to take on Grimsley.
Grimsley will beat him like a redheaded stepchild.
No pull punches here.
Wow.
All right, we lost Durham Hillside fans. Jeez almighty. And then we got, of course, Providence and Butler in an old Southwestern 4A conference matchup in the second round of the playoffs. So
That's going to be a good game.
So can we say it again that the Butler is always the best team that everybody seems to forget about? I mean, what Coach Nels does every year is just phenomenal.
So look at the details on this. I don't know if y'all can see this, but Butler got all 42 points in the first half.
Oh,
Wow.
28 in the first quarter. Good night, man. Parrish, if you're still watching, hey, Parrish.
He's watching. He just commented. He's watching.
Hey, man, hey. What happened in that game, man? You can type it. You don't have to jump on here, but talk to us, man. What was the deal?
I think we see what the deal was. They
What-
dominated.
Okay, but I'm saying, come on, man. I'm just okay. Parrish, you can type it, man. Don't worry about these other guys on here. Just type it out. We'll talk about it, man. All right. Let's go to the next bracket. Let's go to 3AA. Let's see what we got. Okay, dude, Dudley over Watauga. Wow,
It's big.
yeah.
Yeah, in the East, West Brunswick won. I believe this is the first time in almost
There you
20
go.
years that they've made it to the quarterfinals. So shout out to Coach Hickman.
That's
One of my
awesome.
one of my close colleagues I've worked with for 14 years. He was actually at that West Brunswick game. His son plays for Chapel Hill, and 2 years ago, Chapel Hill didn't even have a varsity football team. And of course, 2019 they played mostly with freshmen, sophomores, and juniors, and they made it to the playoffs this year. Great story.
Man, that's awesome, man. That's awesome. So TC Roberson got that win over A.L. Brown, and now what they probably didn't expect, they're going to get a home playoff game in the second round. So that's pretty cool for them. So Dudley's got to make another trip,
Wow.
not as far, not at the base of the mountains, to TC Roberson. So
Dudley's not your typical 8 seed. I mean, they play more like a 3 seed, if you ask me. That's going to be a tough game for Dudley to go all the way to. Where's TC Roberson? Is it Skyland or is it Asheville? I can't remember. But
Skyland, right?
I think it's Skyland. That's going to be a tough. That's going to be a tough mountain game for them.
well, we know Roberson, really throws the ball. So the tough part of that's going to be just kind of changing the defensive mentality. I mean, you play Watauga, who is, pretty much run 95% of the time. And now you're going to an air show against TC Roberson. So, yeah, that's a lot of coaching. But, hey, if anyone can do it, that Dudley staff can get it done, man. And then we got Mount Tabor, who's going to host Weddington. And we talked about this when the brackets first came out. Weddington's going to have to go on the road, probably the best team in the bracket, to Mount Tabor. And, I know they're not going to be happy about that. So Mount Tabor's going to have a fight on their hands. But that's going to be a physical football game right there.
I think you can make an argument that Mount Tabor is probably the second or third best team in the 3As.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a heck of a second round matchup, man. All right, let's take a look at the 3A bracket. And we're focusing on the West, guys. Focusing on the West. All right, AC Reynolds and Charlotte Catholic. All right, that's going to be another good football game right there. Catholic going to have to go up to the mountain. So, nice little trip for them next week. And then Monroe and Kings Mountain we touched on earlier. That has the potential to be a really good game out in Cleveland County. All right, 2AA. Let's see what we got. Burns and Salisbury. Okay, 2 lower seeds winning.
I was surprised that Salisbury beat Maiden by 40 points.
52 to 12.
Salisbury
I'm
has
not.
one of the top 2022 players in the state with the Walker kid. His dad is the head coach at Catawba. He's about 6'2", probably 205, 210. He does everything for him. He plays offense. He plays defense. He returns kicks. He's a stud.
Wow.
And they finally picked that confidence up that they had toward the end where they made a run at the state championship, and they're finally translated it to a late run here. And they're a dangerous team, Salisbury is. Burns is as well, but man, that should be a hard-hitting affair.
Yeah.
Right.
Another game next week. North Davison beat Pisgah. I believe they won 40-14.
Okay.
North Davison, Oak Grove. That's going to be a Davison County shootout.
It is. It's a great game.
I mean, you're going to have 2 really good games in the next week.
All right, good stuff, man. All right, let's go to 2A West. See what we got here. All right, that's East, Matt. There we go. All right, Shelby going to go to Hendersonville. Okay. Jim, what can you tell us about Hendersonville?
They can throw the ball. They can run the ball. They have athletes defense can be a little bit suspect. I think Shelby's going to handle Hendersonville. People call Henderson the mountains. I guess it is. To me, it's more glorified foothills. But I think, and I think Shelby will handle it. I don't think the distance is going to be that big a deal for him.
Okay. And then we touched on Mount Pleasant Mountain Heritage. I found a picture of Mountain Heritage Stadium. Now I'm curious on how nice it looks. So, but Ken, to your point earlier, that Shelby Mount Pleasant matchup may be lining up here, and that'd be
huge.
Yeah,
and these are the seniors now were freshmen that year, so it'll be familiar to them.
All right, good stuff, man. All right, let's take a look at 1AA. All right. Well, we know Polk County moved on because of the COVID issue at North Stanley. So North Rowan lining up pretty good for him here, man. And then the bottom, wow, East Surrey and Pine Lake. Man, that's going to be a heck of a matchup right there for Pine Lake, man. East Surrey winning 62-6 over North Moore, so they're doing what East Surrey does.
North Moore's got a good team too. It's going to be hard for Pine Lake Prep to go to Pilot Mountain and beat East Surrey. Before the other game, Polk County is not your typical 8 seed. I think it was in 2019 they were like 3-8 in the regular season. They won like 3 games. They went to the regional finals. Polk County. I think Polk County actually beat North Rowan in 2019. On top of it all, that game is I think it's going to be a toss up.
All right, good deal. And to finish it off, 1A West.
This is going to be a big game down here. Thomas Jefferson lost to Murphy, but Robbinsville went into double overtime against Winston-Salem Prep.
Well, we didn't get a Mitchell Christ the King score, but
I got it for you. Let's see here. It's
okay.
Mitchell won 56-0 or 55-0.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, I was pulling for Thomas Jefferson, but once again we talked about it. Those teams from the South Piedmont 1A, they always seem to trip up at Murphy, and once again Murphy got them. So
that Mitchell Robbinsville game, if I was in the mountains, I'd go to that game. That's going to be a really, really good battle.
Mm-hmm.
Robbinsville is very physical, and Mitchell's just got a lot of athletes, so a little bit more speed. If I had a bet, I'd take Mitchell over on that game. But anyway.
All right, good stuff, man. That's the brackets. All right, real quick. We lost Justin. Okay. All right, so Parrish, let's talk about this. All right, so Butler stopped Glenn on the first drive, threw a touchdown, and forced a fumble on the kickoff, which scored then 3 and out. Good gracious. No wonder they scored 28 in the first quarter. I mean, that's impressive. That's a heck of a start to the game right there, man. Then they scored again after Lawson got an interception. Wow. That's your 28 right there. Fast, in a hurry. Only points Glenn scored was on a kickoff. Man, that's impressive. Wow. That's impressive. So, hey, Butler Providence next week looks like it's going to be a hell of a slobber knocker for sure. Mike Middleton, Butler special teams played great, forced the fumble on the kickoff after the first TD, 14-0, very quick.
And that's for a better start than that.
Wow. Well, it's 12:49 a.m. It's the latest we have ever been on Football Focus Weekly. My fries have gotten cold. But I'm going to finish this off with a Friday Night Slime, and I'm going to go solo on this. So here's what I got to say, man. I'm tired of all these dang on restaurants on Friday night having slow Friday night service. I got to get something to eat before I come on here and do Friday Night Live, and y'all people just dang on slow as I don't know what, man. I'm tired of this, man. Everybody needs good service at all times. If you open, give us good service. Why we got to sit there and wait 20 minutes for some dang on fries, man. You know it's gonna be busy. It's Friday night. Have your food ready, man. Let's go. I ain't going, man. Anyway, I got highlights to do. I gotta get these pictures out, man. I got stuff to do, man. I got me time waiting on y'all. Anyway,
with cold fries.
Cold fries, man. They ain't going. All right.
Big show Wednesday night.
Huge show. Oh, Kenneth, you want to tell them who we got?
We got James Shibas, the special teams coordinator and tight ends coach from Virginia Tech, recruits this area. So this is a huge show. If you're a big-time player and you want to play in the ACC Wednesday night, this is the show you want to watch.
All right, there it is, man.
Also confirmed another ACC head coach that will be in the show in 4 weeks. Huge ACC coach.
Oh, Mac Brown. I hope he's doing well.
You know what? Westopedia, you'll want to be on the show.
Good. You know, Mac Brown was he was the football coach when I was at Carolina back in the late 80s, early 90s. And he, after my freshman year, we won our first game, then we lost the next 10. And we all were like, we don't know about this Mac Brown guy. Of course, he proved us all wrong. Great coach.
His resume will be long, Pep, when you ask him to describe how he got to his spot.
Yeah, we might have to condense that a little bit. All right, so thanks, Westopedia, for that. That's
No problem, man. What a useless information up here.
On behalf of everybody else, I'm Pep Man Matt Morrow. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.